Hello everyone, and welcome back to the channel. This is a really quick video I've been wanting to do for a while. I just happen to be working remotely today from a Whole Foods store, which is owned by Amazon Prime, and this is a nice segue into the fact that I can tell you a few ways on how to save potentially big money when shopping at West Marine for parts. The one way that deals with West Marine is if you see something in a West Marine store that you want, leave as long as it's not actually a West Marine product. If it's sold and shipped by Amazon, meaning Amazon Prime, West Marine will match that price. And there's one item in particular, which is the item I'm going to show you in the screenshot now, which is an adapter that plugs into the shore power outlet on my boat that I can plug a 120 cord into. Let's say, for instance, my boat's on the hard and I have access to a 120 outlet and I want to bring power to my boat. I went to West Marine last summer. I was looking for that part. It was about $75. That's a lot of money. But then I thought, you know what, I'm going to check on Amazon Prime because I am an Amazon Prime member. And I saw that that same part was sold by Amazon Prime for about $35. So I went to the clerk, and that's all you have to do is go to the clerk at the West Marine store, say, listen, I want to buy this item. I see that it's Amazon Prime. You'll have to show them that it's Amazon Prime, meaning sold and shipped by Amazon. And they will match that price. I saved a lot of money on that. And I was just able to find a copy of the West Marine receipt from when I purchased that adapter. So as you can see, the purchase was made in November 13th of 2020, so that was a little while ago. You can see here's the description, the adapter, 15 amp to 30 amp. Amazon price match right here. I was charged $39.99 plus sales tax for this. I was able to use some West Marine Advantage points that I had. But you can see right here, it says amount removed, $32.39. So $32.39 plus $39.99 would be $72.38. So as you can see, I saved a substantial amount of money, and the proof's in the pudding, so I hope this also helps as a visual aid. I think even if you go and Google it, see if you can save money on Amazon Prime at West Marine, you'll confirm that. Here is the other way. So I also bought a personal locator beacon. Which is a small electronic device that can be used to save your life in an emergency life or death situation, boat sinking. Hopefully that will never happen. Maybe you are somehow swept overboard. You have a life vest on, hopefully, and you happen to have a personal locator beacon attached to the life vest, and you activate it. It will send a signal to a search and rescue center, which hopefully you've registered that personal locator beacon to you and to your boat, and they can identify who it's registered to and then send it out to the appropriate search and rescue location, which will be close to where you may be experiencing difficulty. So anyways, and this does not involve Amazon Prime, but I bought this item, and these have battery lives that are good for 5 years. And when I got in my car, I realized that it had been manufactured, it was already 2 years past the manufacture date, meaning it only had 3 more years of battery life left on it. This thing cost about $350. So I went back into the West Marine location and I brought it to their attention. So basically, I had 3 more years left out of a 5-year complete battery life. He said, you know what, I'll see what I can do. He came back and said, I will take 40% off the purchase price. 20% a year, 20 times 5 would be 100. So that's how you get your 100% of the 5-year battery life. So on about $300, 40% was about $120, which was a nice savings. It's kind of all relative in a way because I only had 3 more years battery life left on that item. But still, it was nice to get that for $120 less than what I was expecting to pay. So whenever you buy something at West Marine, it doesn't have to necessarily be the personal locator beacon. It could be an EPIRB or anything else that may have a limited battery life. And they don't recommend that you change out the batteries on these personal locator beacons. They recommend that you get a replacement. So you might want to check that, and that could be a good way for you to also save a few bucks or a substantial amount of money, and depending upon how long you anticipate needing that particular item for. So if you've been able to use any of the techniques I mentioned in this video to save money while at West Marine, whether it's buying something from West Marine that is sold by Amazon as Amazon Prime and is less expensive, you're able to save money that way. Or maybe you had purchased a personal locator beacon or an EPIRB, and it was a few days after, few years or whatever after the manufacturer, and you brought it to their attention and they gave you a savings on that. Please feel free to put it in the comments. Thanks, take care, and have a great day. Bye.